Hi everyone, welcome to May 26th. We're going to just review over the next few days exponents. And so our last chapter 10 was about exponents and scientific notation. And so we're going to review again exponents. First, I'm going to show you Jefferson Lab practice and again SOL pass before we look at the review on Brain Pop. So first, let me show you Jefferson Lab. So again, we don't have SOL testing this year, but it is still good to review what you learned. And so if you look up here at the address to log into Jefferson Lab, you can look at that right there. And then you can see it has math tests and science tests. And so for you guys, you will click on Math 8, and you can choose the number of questions that you would like. And I'm not keeping track of this, so you could just click on I'm ready, let's start. And what you do is you just go through the practice questions, and if you get the answer correct, it will tell you. If you don't get it correct, it will say, sorry, that isn't right, and it shows you the correct answer. So for this site, you can also, this site also has science questions. So it's, again, you may see in your learning plan a direction to come to this site, Jefferson Lab. So the same thing, you click on Science 8, and again, you can choose the number of questions that you would like to answer. But I'm not recording your answers or keeping them. It's just, again, a review for you. So you can pick 5 to 40 questions if you wanted to. And of course, you can look at the other tests for both math, science, and even technology if you wanted to. SOL Pass also has a site for review SOL tests. And like I said, you're not having an SOL test this year, but it is good to review the concepts that you learned. So again, if you missed that, you would go to SOL Pass, log in, click on Released SOL Tests, and you would click on Math, and then go down to Math 8, and you could review either 2014, 2010, or 2009 online questions. And again, what's great about this, if it shows up, is that it shows you the question, you select the answer, submit. If it's wrong, it will tell you what the correct answer is. So again, it's just a good practice review site. Also remember, iExcel is a good review site. After you log in, you can type in 8th grade math. And I've started some sections, but of course you can pick whatever section you would like to practice. But if you look at letter F, you see that there is practice for exponents as well. I know I've used Brain Pop a lot. The reason why I use it is it goes right to the point of what you need to know, and also includes other sites you can look at, like related reading. What I do like it about it is the quiz, of course, that you can take the quiz and then email me your results. So let's take a look at this review on exponents.
This is Tim. He claims to be the victim of false advertising. A year ago, a financial firm promised him exponential growth on his investment. But this poor boy didn't earn a penny, and now he's suing. This is Moby, owner of the financial firm that Tim invested in. Here's his 2 cents. He tried his best, and it's not his fault. What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants. Both parties have agreed to have their case settled here before Judge Marilyn Mainframe in our forum, the People's Court.
Dear Tim and Moby, what is exponential growth? Thanks, Claire. That just so happens to be the exact subject of my opening statement. Exponential growth is when something gets bigger and bigger, faster and faster. The growth of rabbit populations is a common example. You start with 2, and after a month, they have 2 cute little baby rabbits. Wait 1 more month, and there are 8. Another month goes by, and now you've got 16 fluffy bunnies. In purely numerical terms, we multiplied 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Put another way, we raised 2 to the 4th power. 2 is the base number, the thing we're multiplying by itself. And 4 is the exponent, which shows how many base numbers are getting multiplied. I'm getting to the point, Your Honor, I promise. Moby's ad said my money would double each week. So I invested 1 cent of my hard-earned cash. After 1 week, the penny should double or get multiplied by 2. After 2 weeks, that amount should double. After 3 weeks, it should double again, so 2 times 2 times 2. That's repeated multiplication, so we can express it in exponential form. Week 1 is 2 to the 1st, since we're multiplying by 2 one time. Week 2 is 2 to the 2nd, because we're multiplying by 2 2 times. Then we're at 2 to the 3rd in week 3, and so on. The point is, Your Honor, that all this doubling adds up fast. After 10 weeks, we're at 1,024 pennies. After 20 weeks, it's over 1 million. After 30 weeks, we're past 1 billion pennies. Then, 1 trillion pennies at 40 weeks. At 52 weeks, we're at about 4.5 quadrillion pennies, which works out to 45,935,273,704.96. But in light of my long-standing friendship with the defendant, I'll take the 45 trill and we'll call the rest quits. Like I said, Your Honor, exponential growth is fast. When you plot it on a graph, it looks something like this. See, each increase to the exponent represents a bigger and bigger change. That's why we use them to describe stuff like distances in space, or the number of red blood cells in the human body. Exponents can represent huge quantities in a compact little package. That is, at least when you're dealing with positive exponents. When the exponent is a positive number. It's another story for negative exponents when the exponent is a negative number. See how it gets smaller and smaller as it goes on? Instead of repeated multiplication, negative exponents deal with repeated division. The exponent tells you how many times to divide the number 1 by the base number. Take 2 to the negative 3rd. That's 1 divided by 2 3 times. So 1 divided by 2 is 1/2, and 1/2 divided by 2 is 1/4, and 1/4 divided by 2 is 1/8. Another way of writing that is 1 over 2 times 2 times 2, or 1 over 2 to the 3rd. So 2 to the negative 3rd is the same as 2 to the 3rd, except flipped over the fraction bar. In other words, the negative exponent is the reciprocal of the positive one. No, it's not a coincidence. Let's look at those weekly earnings I was promised by you. Each time the exponent increases by 1, you multiply by the base number, 2. Moving backward week by week, it's the opposite. The exponents count down, so you keep dividing by 2. That's why each increment down is half of the previous amount. 16 cents at week 4, 8 cents at week 3, 4 cents at week 2. And at week 1, we have 2 cents. Divide 2 by 2, and you get 1. So at week 0, the day I invested, I'm back to my 1 penny. Yeah, that's why any number raised to the 0 power equals 1. Anyway, the pattern continues as you decrease the exponent into negative numbers. Each time the exponent decreases by 1, you divide by the base number, 2. And look, instead of getting bigger, negative exponents get smaller and smaller. 1,000th of a cent at minus 10 weeks. 1,000,000th of a cent at minus 20 weeks. You can see why negative exponents are useful to express super small numbers. Like, say, the diameter of an atom. You could say it's 0.00000000001 meters, but it's much handier to write that as 10 to the negative 10th meters. Yes, I suppose if you went back in time to a year before I invested, you could... Wait a second. It's empty. 4.5 quadrillionths of a penny. Thanks.
Okay, so again, after this, if you'll go back and take the quiz, try your best with it, and you can email me the graded results. Your assignment for today is to complete a lesson in exponents, and unfortunately, Packet 5 had a delay in being mailed out due to the potential flooding that our school experienced during all the rain that happened last week. So when you do get your packet, you can try this lesson. Some of the exponent lessons I double-sided. I gave you the answers just so you could check your work. So if you do see a lesson that's double-sided, know that was done on purpose. Try it on your own first and then check your answers. But just to review for this first part, you would rewrite the expression using exponents right here, and then you're writing it in expanded form. And then the next part, you're actually rewriting the exponent in standard form. So like I said, hopefully your lesson will, your packet 5 will come in the mail. If it doesn't, then again, you can, of course, practice on IXL or the other lessons that I showed you. And websites, of course, I meant is what you can practice on, whether it's Jefferson Lab, IXL, even BrainPop. But just know again that hopefully packet 5 will be in your mail soon. Just try your best as always. I hope you have a great day. If you have any questions, you can email me, and I will talk to you soon.